All right, welcome back, YouTube. All right, so here's what happened. I restarted my computer and it was still jank, and then I realized the update broke something with how this game utilizes your graphics card. Like, the efficiency of the game went down a lot in whatever they updated. Like, I was running this at 60 frames per second yesterday with higher settings. It's at 45 frames per second today. What I had to do is, for the first time ever, I am actually having my stream use my CPU instead of my GPU to stream so that it's smoother. Because usually I use my GPU for stream because you get a little better lighting and stuff like that. I have to use my CPU, and I'm running at 30 frames a second. Their update made this game run worse, though it looks the same. Bro, they did a 100 gig update to make the game less efficient. Less efficient than it used to be. Oh my god. Why? If you want it to look clear, go to Twitch. It's gonna look like balls on YouTube, but Twitch, it's gonna look fine. Well, I guess maybe on YouTube it looks good according to Rocky. But anyway, I'm at 30 frames per second, which makes me just hate my life when we were at lowest 60 frames per second yesterday. Like, what the fuck is their problem? Like, how? How do you go, let's give a patch that's bigger than the actual game. Bigger than the actual game was this patch. And now the game performs worse, but looks the same. Like, that guy didn't even load fast enough. Like, bro. What is wrong? I told you all of these streams would be just me dogging on the game, but they're making it too easy at this point. Like, at least make it somewhat difficult to dog on you, but this actually looks worse. Everything looks muddier, and I think that's just because it's daytime. We were playing at nighttime before. The daytime lighting effects on this game leave a lot to be desired. They're not really using that ray tracing as much as they've been hyping it. Bro, this is my disappointment of the year game. It's running like balls on the best rig money can buy, when it was running great yesterday. Yesterday it was running perfectly. Like, the game was running great before this update. Now it runs like balls. 30 frames per second to me is like balls.
So?
Oh my god.
You mentioned something about a surprise yesterday. Am I remembering right?
Let me turn up the volume for you guys.
Probably both, because you usually forget shit. But it just so happened.
We hounded them to release it because they were talking about it and advertising with Keanu Reeves for like 4 years or something.
I mean, it's not as big as
Bro.
by a little-known someone named Dexter Deshawn. Only the top fixer in Night fucking City. Last Black Jesus of the afterlife.
Alright, so as I continue to berate this game, first of all, one issue are the so far the only two characters you've really interacted with, this dude and yourself, are extremely boring and generic characters. So there's a problem.
So what's the gig? We meant to come out in one piece?
Well, our savior wants to tell you everything himself. Face to face. No pressure, but the whole deal's riding on you now, chica.
Why me?
Why do I gotta go? You and T-Bug draw straws without me?
No, you guys didn't get the goal nearly fast enough, Stefan.
Yesterday's news. Dex says he needs to check you. Talk to you. Look, V, it's his job, his rules. I can't blame him for taking a personal approach. And it ain't as bad as you think, okay? Trust me.
Guess I got no choice then.
Adam Kane, I would say no at this point. Right now, this game's not worth the $60 for me. Like, I even said Call of Duty Black Ops, which is broken as hell, was at least worth $60. I'd get $60 of enjoyment out of it. Right now, I wouldn't get $60 of enjoyment, because if you're on a computer, if you're on the best computer money can buy, game runs like shit. If you're on PS4 or Xbox One, game looks and runs like shit. If you're on next-gen consoles, game kind of runs like shit. So, if you want a game that runs like shit, and has uninteresting characters and a very slowly moving gameplay, yeah. Probably last donation of the night for me. You should just play Bloons Tower Defense 5. Very good game. Doesn't require graphics card. I've got the best graphics card money can buy. It ain't my fault.
Don't get me started on fixers. They catch a client, find the cheapest gonk to do the job.
Enjoy
then
your
drop their
30%,
corpse at a
YouTube.
Shit. Hit the nail on the head, B. Gracias a Dios. Muy lleno. Wheels.
So yeah, so far, there's been very little I've liked about this game.
Thanks.
Like, very, very little. It's got the hacking from Watch Dogs in it, which I didn't like in Watch Dogs, and I don't like in this game either.
We'll see about
There's nothing original in this game. Honestly, the most original part of this game I wasn't able to experience, which was customizing your genitals, because we have to play it on the censored version, since, you know, YouTube and Twitch. But if that's the most clever thing this game has done, is give you genital customization options. Color me not impressed that you allow yourself to customize your genitals as your biggest, like, clever point.
You don't say.
No, we're gonna keep, oh bro, I'm at 20 frames per second now. Alright, we're gonna just downgrade the graphics. Like, we had this maxed out before. This is still what it recommends we play on, but apparently this update broke everything. I can't deal with this. We're gonna turn everything to medium. Because, like, bro, the game broke itself. For sure. We're just gonna turn everything down one notch. This update, bro. This update just killed everything. Cat, thank you for becoming a schemer. Welcome to the cult. Alright. So doing that, we're still at 30 frames per second, where we never got below 60 frames per second yesterday before this update. I can't tell you how much I hate everything about this game, what it stands for, 100 gig updates that break the game even worse than it was already broken. It's 2020 though, like, the fact that they decided to still release this in 2020,
It's not a cult.
we should have known this is what we were gonna get. Alright, the hair looks worse than it did yesterday with the little pixel art that goes around everyone's hair on this game. Look at that, how it looks like fucking pixel art. I'm gonna be the one streamer that just talks shit on this game, because this game is very pretty shit so far. If it changes and it becomes a good game, I will let you know. But so far this game is just shit, packaged in a pretty package. But that pretty package is breaking now after this update.
Oh wow. What do I owe the pleasure today?
Last gig. Had to jack into a client's neuro socket.
I'm gonna try to pay attention to this story.
Experiencing migraines, nausea, hypersensitivity to bright lights?
Oh, kit and caboodle.
All right, kid. We'll sort you out in a flash. Besides that, how are things?
Met a new fixer. Gave me a job. Name's Dexter Deshawn.
Known quantity from the afterlife. No denying you're moving up.
What? Something you're not telling me, Vic?
Keep your guard
My
up,
Twitch
that's
is twitch.tv/WeScheme.
as chill as he makes himself out to be.
There it is.
Need some help with tools.
I don't get why they give you like so many dialogue options when they still just pin you down the same path no matter what you click. It's kind of like Fallout 4's dialogue options, which was a step back from Fallout 3 in New Vegas, so
you're following.
kind of weird.
You've made a bad decision.
Hey, a new VIP schemer in Scott Van Stratton. Welcome and thank you.
Is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the eddies later with interest. You know I will.
Last time. You hear?
Welcome to the cult. It's not a cult, I swear.
Dude, that guy needles up a
Sit
lot.
down, relax.
Yeah, and so far, like, every part of this game's story and design has just been a trope I've seen done more creatively elsewhere. That's been what's really weird.
Hiroshi
Like the...
best I've got, and should be about right under the circumstances.
And we'll see what happens as it goes on, but like the Witcher games, for example, the lore for me was not interesting, but at least seemed kind of clever. This is just like a bastardization of a lot of better sci-fi projects, you know, The Matrix, Blade Runner. What's another one that this had reminded me of so far? I'll let you know when I remember. So, like, I don't know. So this is your upgrade system. It's because, you know, robot shit. So this is their way of making your upgrade tier screen when you level up and stuff and customize yourself more engaging, I suppose. But we'll see how much it's like actually interesting as you use it. So how do I do this? Trade? I don't fucking know. Okay, so I guess that's me installing it because it says available items 0. Whatever. It didn't really give me much of a did I actually install it there. All right, and then we have one available item here. Okay, cool. So I guess that's all you have to do, and now it's installed, right? That's installed now. Yep. All right. Well, the installing it's anticlimactic. I was expecting something to happen.
Mark 1, like I said, decent enough scanner. Displays data on the cornea. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your face as a blur. Just remember, your body will still show up as crystal clear.
Cool. So now I'm blurred on surveillance cameras. How nice, I guess.
Talks to Hiroshi Tech too.
How far am I into this? I don't know. A few hours.
I'm ready.
And it's still going at a slow snail's pace.
Let's do this. Hey, that major league arm of yours right here.
Major league arm. Okay.
Just like that. Thanks. Now, a bit of anesthetic and I can start cutting.
All right, you're just gonna cut me open like that? All right.
Feel anything?
Same as always. Don't feel a thing. You ask me that every time, you know. Not as if things are gonna be any different today.
At least the voice acting's not terrible.
Risk of a stroke or paralysis.
It's not like impressive, like I'm not blown away. I've heard better voice acting, but it's not bad voice acting, which is good. That's important when you have this much dialogue that the voice acting's not bad.
Okay, let's test this. See the magic in action. Linking you in.
But bro, this game is so slow. Like, how long have we been?
Feel a little discomfort at first.
We've been streaming for 13 minutes.
Contrast, glitches.
In that 13 minutes, we've driven to this place to
Well, how's it look?
get this virus or whatever worked on that I have and install some parts.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Visually, it's just kind of, again, repetitive, and I've seen other sci-fi movies and other media with the same visuals, so there's nothing that I'm like visually like blown away by to stay engaged.
Scanner.
The dialogue is boring as hell because all of these characters are boring. They're well acted, but they're boring. And I'm just like, you could have done this in like 30 seconds.
But first time's really the charm. With anything, really.
So,
Scanner should eventually sync with your thought
like,
processes.
why do I care? Why do I care enough to spend 15 minutes to get this much done?
File search. Run into any ne'er-do-wells.
Like, this could have been 30 seconds. You walk in, and it does like a cool little few cuts of what's going on with some dope music, and then you move on. But the pacing of this game is so bad. What's funny is the pacing of this game reminds me...
Now draw your weapon.
Yeah, it does feel like a tutorial, and we're several hours in. The pacing of this game reminds me of the pacing of the Blade Runner movies when they start, and then they end pretty cool. But the Blade Runner movies are movies. Like,
They're not bad.
movies that I'm engaged in the story, and the characters and the lore are very interesting. This is subpar characters with subpar rehashed lore from other sci-fis. And it's a game, so at some point I need the game part. Like, the best
Vic.
movie type games I've played are, what was it called? They're both PlayStation 3 exclusives. One of them was like Something Rain. Someone tell me in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Something Rain. And then the first Last of Us. Those games mastered the pacing of a storytelling game and narrative, and had a very compelling story and characters enough that you were engaged. This paces like slowly like them without the characters and story to justify it.
Back, babe. I can release it for you, but you'd have to watch.
Okay, can I just? Nope, I gotta talk to him. We can't do anything fun. Oh, Heavy Rain. Thank you, Peter. Heavy Rain. That is the one.
For you. Ain't but a hop to where he's parked. Next to Gramsci Burgers.
Do my best to talk this out.
Like, this dialogue, you know what game it's on pace with, or on par with, which would be a great comparison for the feel of the game? This dialogue, this voice acting, this story is on par with Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, that might sound like a good thing, because Grand Theft Auto 5 has a very great, except the characters so far aren't Grand Theft Auto 5 caliber. You had, like, Trevor and stuff in GTA 5. But the story and the general, you know, feel of the voice acting and everything, Grand Theft Auto 5 level. Problem is, Grand Theft Auto 5 has a very frenetic pacing and is enjoyable to cover up the fact that the story and the characters are kind of there. Again, Grand Theft Auto 5 has more memorable characters, but that's about the caliber this is at. Without the fun. The GTA 5 story depth without GTA 5 fun. It's definitely not at like a Red Dead Redemption, at least Part 1. Red Dead Redemption Part 1 has a much more engaging story than this. Again, there's time for it to amp up, but right now it's just stupid clans and ugh.
Dexter Deshawn in the flesh.
Am I gonna meet someone interesting enough to care about these cutscenes? Everyone has the same demeanor. They're all very calm, boring people.
Right off the bank. Would you rather live in peace as Miss Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory, smelling near like posies?
We just ran someone over. I don't care.
It's first place or no place, Dex. Cost isn't a factor.
Classic. I'd expect nothing less from eager, supple youth. Respect.
Alright, so this guy's boring too.
Alright.
Like everyone else I've met in this game.
Standing a serious job now. Playing gargantuan.
Is there any interesting person in the whole of this game? That's what I want to know. Like, why create a video game? You know, create it for fantasy and entertainment and have every person just be like that one boring person you know.
Hello?
Like, why?
Let me hear it. What's the job?
There's this prototype tech. Biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it. Simple.
Bro, this has been like tutorial feeling for almost 3 hours now.
Arasaka. Surely that's
If you're going to be slow paced, have a reason. Like, even some of the starts of like the Far Cry games are slow paced before you get into the action and before you like gain superpowers that you usually gain on Far Cry. But the characters are so engaging. They're so interesting, and you're hanging on every word the characters say, whether it's your character or the villains, and you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
What can I say?
I don't care what happens in this game. The first sheriff we met was a stereotypical the southern sheriff somehow in fucking the Cyberpunk universe. Our little friend, our cabron friend, is the Mexican stereotype guy who's kind of nice. This dude's boring black dude. I'm chip on my shoulder lone wolf girl. Like, who is interesting in this game, bro? How are you going to make a game designed around your story, universe, and lore, and have all the story, universe, and lore be poorer representations of better versions that you've seen elsewhere, and all of the characters be just wet paper bags.
What's her thing? Why does she need to meet?
Woman's name's Evelyn Parker. Vetting her wasn't easy. Put the word out I was looking for any kind of intel.
Right, and?
I'm gonna grab a Sprite while this guy talks about a whole lot of nothing again.
And the convo.
More drama with different factions fighting and stuff like that, because that's all this game cares about, because they think that's interesting.
Your studio be remote. T-Bug ain't no people person, and Jaggy's only good at some things. I know you know what I mean.
No, Sprite. I work tomorrow.
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Got a beef?
Like I said, I'm gonna keep streaming this game just to rip on it. I'll have my titles just start to be everything wrong with Cyberpunk real time. We're just doing the everything wrong with series, but in real time.
Now see, Convoy was carrying the Flathead, a little combat bot, a prototype, and I need that bit of high-grade military tech.
Cool.
If we don't get that bot, we don't get no soccer chip, and we sure as hell don't get no happily ever after. But don't get excited. It's a single-use toy. Now, I flat out purchased the damn thing from Maelstrom. Problem is, I did so from a gent went by the name of Brick.
Brick is an exciting name.
Brick was the leader. 3 days after we'd sealed our deal, his friend and gangmate, one Simon Randall, a.k.a. Royce, plain dropped his ass. Royce is in charge now, and I got no way of knowing if he aims to honor his predecessor's word. To add to this shitstorm, one merit of the style of Militech has developed an interest in said convoy.
Who's the woman?
Who's the prima donna?
Corpo agent, internal affairs. Been skidding around town asking after the convoy as if her life depended on finding it. The one lead she's got zip-tied in her trunk. Stick up her ass ain't growing any shorter, so she must be getting desperate. Be wise to think how you could use that. Of course, to do so, you'll need that frazzled cat's info. Sending it now.
My God. You know what I just realized I hated about this game and why it feels so slow? I finally figured it out. This entire story, thus far, aside from a montage that showed the 6 months of me and the Mexican guy, like, knocking jobs,
Think I got it.
this entire story has been told through deliberate monologue exposition. If you don't know what that means, exposition is a style of storytelling which usually needs to be done very lightly, if at all, where the characters explain to you what's going on. A better natural progression of a story is for you to see what's going on, or in a video game even more so for you to experience what's going on or have quick cutscenes kind of fill in the gaps. But this entire narrative for 3 hours has been monologue exposition by characters who aren't interesting. They're literally just explaining the story to me. Every step of the way, someone's sitting me down and explaining, this is this person, this is this person, this is who runs. There's no, like, and they do it when they don't have to. Like one of the scenes in the first stream, when you're smuggling stuff, you know you're smuggling stuff because you've said that. But it's explained 17 times. Like, I'm going to go bribe this person. I am now bribing this person. I bribed the person, but I think the person isn't going to accept the bribe. Like, just let me watch what's happening. I could figure out some shit. But bro, like, the exposition is unbelievable. This is the worst storytelling of a boring story, mind you. Maybe the story would be more interesting if they would just let it actually unfold at some point. But holy cow, guys. This is supposed to be like the game of this next generation? This is what we're waiting for? This is the big beauty? Oh, bro.
Then
How?
Gotta meet the client who put the job.
How is this where we're setting like the standard of games?
Well, what's Dex gonna do?
Dear God.
Chat chicks up on the hollow?
Parker wants to meet someone on the crew. Dex gave me the number.
They must know what he's doing. So,
I just can't wait for this game to get like all perfect 10s from people that just don't understand a lot of stuff and just are easily entertained by pretty things, and then they'll just try to say the other things are good. Because the people who like this game are going to like it because it looks, aside from character models, I don't think character models look good. Like this looks pretty crummy. But like the environment though, like the reflection, like look at this walkway, this looks photorealistic. Like I think that people are just going to see how pretty it is and then not realize how bad the game is. I think that's what's happening here. Like, because this game, so far in 3 hours, or however long I've played it, has nothing of value to offer as a game or as a story. It's just pretty to look at. That's it. Except for the character models. I don't think the character models are pretty to look at. They kind of stick out, right? They look like they're from the prior gen, from like Xbox One X and PlayStation 4, and then the environment looks like it's next gen, so it's kind of goofy that the character models are so behind. But is it raining? Yeah, it is raining. Sorry, that's why I stopped talking. I was like, what is that noise? Apparently it's raining. Yeah, like the environment, next gen. The people, last gen. Really weird contrast. Do I have a reflection in the water? No. Everything else does except for me. Oh yeah, I'm not wearing pants, by the way. Pants are overrated. We go without pants around here. Oh good, I've got to find a way up here now. That sounds fun. This is the kind of gameplay I wanted. Try to find your way over here. Now if you shoot anyone, you'll get killed by the police instantly. There'll be no chance to survive. We wouldn't want you to actually enjoy yourself while playing this game. Or do anything, you know, interesting. Oh boy. Thank you, Toasty Mallows. I'm glad someone appreciates it. I am suffering so you don't have to. I've said before, Call of Duty, Black Ops, the other game I've been streaming a lot, is it worth $60? Sure. It's deeply, deeply flawed, but you'll get $60 of fun out of it. Is this game worth $60? I guess maybe if you have a next-gen system, it'll probably look somewhat pretty on those. So just for like a showpiece, maybe it's worth $60. If you have a PC, unless you got one of the brand new graphics cards like I had to cough up money for, you're not even going to be able to play this competently. And if you have a PS4 or last gen Xbox, it's going to play like a turd and look like a turd. So I can't even recommend this game as much as I recommend Call of Duty, which I find to be a very, very flawed and not great game, but at least worth $60. This game, I'm like, it's broken for most people who would try to play it.
There you are.
Yeah, a lot of people keep telling me it's going to get good, it's going to get good. I'm like, okay, after how fucking long, though?
Damn, what a beaut.
Yeah, got her cheap, too. Dorset job dividend.
Don't know how you could scrape together enough for
Right now, there's zero replay. Like, just me thinking about going through this again as a different character class makes me shudder. Going through this like 3 hours of like I thought that fucking Red Dead Redemption was 2 was bad with its like 30-minute or hour-long whatever snow intro that you have to do if you ever start a new game, but this is like taking that to the next level. Like games got to stop it with these long introduction sequences, because then why would you ever replay the game?
I mean, it's totally worth it.
Excuse me.
Damn, what a beaut.
Yeah, got her cheap too. Dorset job dividend.
Huh. Don't know how you could scrape together enough for that beast. Even used.
Yeah, I took out a loan, but muy pequeñito. But I mean, it's totally worth it.
Oh, I think this game's finished. I just think it's a crap game.
Damn, what a beaut.
Yeah, got her cheap too.
What am I supposed to do? Okay.
Huh. Don't know how you could.
All right. So I talked to Jackie. What am I supposed to say now?
I took out a loan, but muy pequeñito.
We just went through the same dialogue again.
It's totally worth it.
I have been watching your ERB reactions for 3 days now. Thank you. Glad you like them.
So Dex
Gonna be
already
long?
paid the maelstromers for the Corpo bot. Thing is, can't be taken
Daniel, that is true.
Hand it over.
You paid off.
Hello to your son.
Híjole.
Don't subject him to Cyberpunk.
Let's go get
This
guy.
game, it's not fun.
Skeem yet?
At least not for the first 3 hours. And I don't know how many hours you're supposed to play a game for it to be fun,
This is
but
Maelstrom.
3 seems like more than enough.
Might's right.
Like,
Strong survive.
there's been nothing fun for like 3 hours, and it's not even interesting. How? How did anybody get this far in the game?
Let's go
I'm
see.
only this far because I stream it. I would have quit
Alright.
this game and
Stop
like
there,
been
Cole.
mad I wasted $60 a long time ago if I wasn't streaming this game. I'm just waiting for like
Hey,
everyone's like, "Oh, it picks up." I'm like, "All right, I'm waiting."
had to be them.
The combat was boring the last time I did it.
Take the Valentinos. We follow God and Santa Madre.
Dude, everyone is so blown away by graphics
Know what they
and
want, how they
bullshit.
get
People
it.
are so easily entertained these days. They're like, "Oh, it looks good. It must be great." Okay, well, what's fun about it? What's good about the fucking like exposition story? That's why I said my goal in streaming this game is to point out why people are just sucking this game's dick for no reason. Like, I'm going to point out step by step how this sucks. So far, there is no story of interest. It's literally gang shit. This faction against this faction, basic bitch stuff. Nothing of interest. For 3 hours, nothing that's interesting. The sci-fi elements were done better in Blade Runner that this tries to steal from.
Jack Convoy.
So we got nothing yet. Nothing.
Been all over it like maggots on dead meat. You hear about their
I think you saved me a lot of money, Scheme. Have a share of the savings. Thanks,
Call them
Anthrax.
Special.
Enjoy your 30%,
But again,
YouTube.
if this game does what everyone says it does, and all of a sudden, like,
Anti-personnel mine.
gets great, I will say it's great, because I got no reason to dislike this game. I'm not the hater type of person. There's a lot of stuff that everybody likes that I like too. In fact, most stuff that most people like, I like too, because I'm a person. I'm not one of those people that hates everything that everybody likes, in case you haven't heard me talk about stuff before. I like plenty of stuff that people like. This is just asshole so far. Like, that's just what it is. And people keep saying it gets good. We're like 3 hours in and there's nothing good yet except for the visuals. And if it gets good, I'll be super excited because I'm streaming it, using my time on it. I'd rather it be good.
So what do you want?
So far, it's not.
Model MT0D12, called the Flathead.
And what the hell you care?
Guy I represent already paid Brick for it. I'm just here for the pickup. I can talk direct to Royce if necessary.
Nah, you talk to me. Name's Dum Dum.
What's up, Dum Dum? It's a good name.
Planet.
Dude, is anyone interesting on this game? This dude looks like a Borg wannabe and he's boring. Is that your interesting look? You gonna put a foot up on there? That's why you're interesting to me now? Why are you looking at me like this?
Well, shit. Goes for you too. I'll stand. This so fucking hard? Fucking ass on the fucking couch. Make me. Thought you'd never ask.
Like I said,
Down for a planet bullet.
I haven't finished the game.
This ain't gonna end well.
Having no problems on my RTX 2060 so far. Good. I mean, game's running fine right now. It's just it was running better yesterday, which is annoying. That it ran way better before the update.
Take a hit.
Sure, I'll take a hit.
Enjoy your
rude
30%,
not to.
YouTube.
Better.
Toasty Malos, that's a very correct interpretation. Oh, God.
Here we go. Flathead. Model MT-0.
You didn't have to explain that to me. The other guy explained it to me in the car. Why don't you just say, here it is, what you came for? Like, what is with the exposition from all these people?
I need to see it.
Sue yourself.
There it is.
Fucking tricked out this thing.
I know it's... Bro, we already heard all this.
Full cognitive immersion with a ray.
We heard this from the other guy.
Pinned down prototype.
And we could only use it once. I already know.
Composite.
Are you the kid that like was trying to get the fucking
Integrated link to
word count on your essay? Like, what is happening?
Could lose your lunch.
Okay, so that's the spider thing from Doom 3. So we're going back to Doom 3 now because that even took the animation sequence from Doom 3. Bro, is there anything original in this game? Like, no, I'm not enjoying this game. We're 3 hours in and there's been very little I've liked aside from it's pretty.
picky little fucker. Let's see your cred.
Brick got it. It's all paid out.
Alright, so we got re-explain what the spider monkey that was stolen from Doom 3 is.
I don't see any fucking.
And now we got Doom,
Do you?
the new Doom music going, so that's good music then. Doom music's dope. Fuck Brick, let's cut a new deal.
Fuck Brick then. Let's cut a new deal.
Somebody obviously shot his face off at some point.
Now that's good business sense. Alright. You want the flathead? I better see some eddies.
Seeing as you already got the eddies for it, you ought to offer us a discount. A big one.
Why does she sound like Flo from Progressive just then?
You know, you never did say who sent you. Never did say who you're working for.
Dexter Deshawn.
Someone who I went to college with had their hands on one and sold it to me for only a couple $100 more than it is retail, so.
No, he's alive, well, and kicking. He sends his regards.
So, gonna consider my offer now?
Like, all the visual set pieces are nice.
Bang.
Bring it, cocksuckers!
That was an easy decision.
I don't know what a bit is. I think it gives me money. Hooray!
Hooray for bits! Sorry you're hating the game. Here's some money to ease the pain. Thanks. This guy is strong. He can take a lot of headshots. This combat's super engaging. I'm so interested in it. You gotta love bullet sponges. That makes combat fun, right? Bullet sponge enemies. Nothing more fun than bullet sponge enemies for combat. Oh boy. Alright, so the dude who I shot in the head really quick was actually probably the most interesting character I've run into so far. He actually had like some sort of a dynamic to him, but we killed him right away, so that's a bummer. I kind of liked him. He had like no face and he was somewhat interesting. His dialogue wasn't just exposition. It actually kind of made sense for the situation. But then I killed him, so sorry about the most interesting character I've met so far. But again, it's pretty, so everyone's gonna give it a 10 on IGN and stuff because it looks good. That's all that matters, right? The game looks good. Okay. Cool. Congratulations on looking good. That's one aspect of a game. I'd say visuals can give a game at max a 5 out of 10 just for being pretty. But that's still a 5 out of 10. You gotta earn the other 5 in my book. Because, you know, it's a big part of the media is how it looks. I'll give you that. Ugh. Get my street cred up? Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I gotta do side tasks. We'll see how those are. Those sound super riveting because the main story's been Enthralling. Alright, where are we going? Where am I going? Did he jump up there or something? Okay, yep, he did. What? Where am I? What am I even on? How did I get up there? Yo, that was weird. Alright, I guess I'll climb up this. Can I climb this? Yep, okay, cool.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Vámonos. That's it. That's his personality. They replaced his personality with Spanglish. He speaks in Spanglish sometimes, and they disguise that as a personality. Alright, can anything I can hack? At least try to do something here to make the combat more interesting. Breach protocol, distract enemies, sure. There he goes. That did not work out for me. Damn it! That worked. That exploderated him. I still have that shotgun. I had a shotgun earlier. No, I don't think I do. Let's see what else we got down here to collect. Nothing.
Playtime's over.
Yes, yes, I know your personality is having a Spanish accent. Because that's what they think a personality is when they wrote this game. You can tell these guys are like good at programming games, but probably not good at having social interactions with people just based on how they write these characters. Maybe they should have hired different writers for the characters. Which is weird though, because I always found one of the things I liked about The Witcher was the characters. I got very invested in the characters on Witcher. I didn't really love the gameplay of like Witcher as much as other people did. But I liked the characters. I thought the characters were very interesting. But not so much on this game. I just don't like all the bullet sponginess. I don't think that's a good look on a shooting game. It's almost like, you know, again, that Witcher feel of like, you have to level up your stuff. But, I don't know, it works better when it happens in Fallout. I don't know how to explain it, but the gunplay in this has the same bullet sponge effect of Fallout, but how do I explain this? I don't know. I guess it's because of how the combat's designed. The combat's designed to feel like kind of like more of Mass Effect or something. So then the bullet sponge just doesn't like make sense.
Calm. Or they'll spot us.
Again, he's showing his personality is his accent. It's the only personality they gave this character. Is that he speaks in Spanglish. Like, that's not a personality. Give him some other characteristics. Like, it just, I don't know, something about this just doesn't feel interesting. This combat. Like, it's got all this cool music and everything, and I should be, like, getting, like, adrenaline and, like, oh, damn, but it all looks good, but I'm just so bored by it. Even, like, this whole, like, hacking thing, it seems more tedious and, like, preset than interesting. I don't think I can distract the enemies at this point. They're already kind of just looking at me, but we'll see. Let's get a different gun going, I guess. Didn't I pick up other stuff? Yeah. Double barrel shotgun, that sounds fun. Ooh, that looks like a fancy assault rifle. Let's see. Now, I'm liking the variety of guns I've been picking up and the leniency with its inventory management. Like, I haven't gotten encumbered very fast, which is always an annoyance on these kind of games. So, again, like I said, I'll give props where I like stuff on the game. So, props there. Props on the inventory system being pretty straightforward. The equipped guns work. I'll have to figure out how to mod them and stuff, but like, I like that. This gun's much better than the other gun I was using. I love battle rifles, though. That's like my go-to on like any game. If you've seen me play Call of Duty or Halo, I'm always about the burst fire battle rifle and just cap people in the head. That is my go-to on all first-person shooters. Give me a battle rifle that does a triple shot burst fire so I can just headshot some fools with a lot of power. I could see that this was set up. I could have done it stealthily because there's trash cans to hide the bodies. So I like that there's different ways you can approach combat. You could do like the hacking and stealth, or you could do the guns blazing, which is what I'll probably do. So again, there's good aspects there. But with the hype surrounding this game and the reviews it's getting, no. If I was to rate this game right now, with how visually stunning it is and stuff, but with how bad the exposition is, and how lackluster some of the combat is, but how pretty it still looks, and how just not interested I am in the story so far. Right now it's like a 6, maybe a 7. Some parts feel like a 7, other parts feel like a 6. But I mean, that's just, it would be worse if I had, you know, PS4 or Xbox One X or a worse graphics card, I'm sure. So it's not like the worst thing I've played. The reason I'm so harsh on it is because of all the hype and all the build up to a game like this. For it to feel like a mediocre 6 out of 10 game is just like, bro, I feel hurt by that. Well, not like personally hurt, because I wasn't super hyped for this game. I just knew there was a lot of hype going on for it. I was kind of hyped for this though, damn it. Why does everything keep overheating? Just gotta keep moving. Damn it, overheating again. Everything's just so hot. Like, I've already kind of gotten bored of this battle sequence too. Like, as soon as it got fun with the different rooms, now it's already feeling a little repetitive. But at least we're shooting things instead of listening to character exposition. I'm thinking if the game continues to get better, it might, at top, hit a 7 or an 8. But a 7 or an 8, I would still think you would consider as a disappointment for a game like this. But at least at a 7 or an 8, then I'd say, yeah, I recommend spending money on this if you have the right kind of system or PC to play it on. I'm still not at that level. I still don't recommend this game because I don't see $60 of fun in it yet. So far, it's not worth the $60 or even more that some people might invest to just be able to play the game. It's not worth that yet. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not the kind of person that just makes up my mind on something and keeps it that way. Facts and new information will change my mind. So if this game ends up being good, I will say it's good, but it just really sucks for a while. But so far, I'm not feeling that. What is this pink little guy? I can't pick it up.
Weapon down! Let's get out of here. Sorry, one fucker left.
I want this. There we go. I got it. Let's see what that thing is. Where is it? The Defender. Oh man, it's not a... Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess that takes all of my guns if I use that. It says requires light machine gun. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I'm not able to use it yet? I don't fucking know. Looks like I need to unlock more skills to unlock this gun's true potential, and it slows me the fuck down, but I want to play with it. Looks fun. I guess that's it. Well, I got pants. I guess they're trying to tell me something. They're like, new item received, pants. Maybe you should put some on. I'm like, but it's kind of fun not to. Let's see what kind of pants they are. Those are pretty sexy pants. I can wear those pants. Gives me better armor.
No begging, no debt, no corporal strings attached. And the flathead's ours. That's the way to do biz, V.
Why did you have to tell me exactly what just happened, dude? I know what just happened. I was there.
Tough to argue.
Yeah, because I'm right. Always. I notice.
Oh.
Ah, I love this town. A city of endless opportunity and brotherly hate.
But am I the only one that just saw that? Did anyone else just see that?
Stray or not.
Anyone else just see that shit? Was I the only one? I guess I was the only one.
What now, Jack?
What now?
Why was I the only one that just saw that?
Find Misty. Do something to make me feel alive again.
Nobody's listening to me. Nobody saw that. Okay. Okay, that was just me. All right. That's fine. No one else noticed.
Done with the job, Jack.
Ducked in time to avoid death's sweeping sight again. Only right to celebrate, even though we get to do that lots.
The fucker Wonder Woman, that shit from Justice. Yeah, that lady went straight Wonder Woman. Invisible plane.
How things looking, Miss V?
Oh, this boring guy again. Just stop talking to me.
And how'd it go? Run into any trouble?
Yes.
What about the Militech angle?
Sure, of course.
More
there was
exposition, sure.
Royce couldn't give in two shits that you and Brick had shaken on it.
How'd you get him on board? You used the corpo one?
Did it without Militech holding my hand. Didn't want to risk it.
Alright, I guess this is kind of a conversation almost.
To hand over the flathead.
Only way I know that always works. Brute force.
You got some balls.
This doesn't feel like an actual conversation between two people.
Still on the to-do list.
At all.
That meat's the only thing that'll get you a chance at grabbing that chip. Bark will be waiting for you at Lizzie's bar. Good luck.
Like, that just didn't feel like an actual conversation. I don't know. Guess I'll get some money now. Selling these assault rifles that I don't like as much. How many assault rifles did I have? Damn. Sell junk. Confirm. And... is that it? Alright, well, I sold stuff. Yeah, I've got money. I wonder if I could sneak kill anyone on this game without the cops getting involved. Catching up to him. Catching up. Close enough to talk to him.
You blind or what?
I guess that wasn't an assassination move. It just hit him in the back of the head. Whatever. So there's a big open area for seemingly no reason, because it's not like you can really explore anything or find anything. That's why I would prefer this to just be levels at this point, instead of like this kind of open world, kind of not. But we'll see. Maybe there is cool stuff and I just haven't found it. But so far it's just kind of seemed like, what's the point?
Look.
You can't really play like a sandbox. It doesn't let you. So why the open environment? But let's find some shit to do, I guess. Alright, let's see. What mission are we doing right now? So is that under I? Character. God, okay, cool. Journal. Let's do a side job. Something moderate, I guess. The gig. Sure, we'll just do that. Wait for the lockdown to end. All right, well, I chose the wrong one. The gun. Collect your gun from Wilson. Cool. Let's do that. Walk. That's a whiles away. Let's see if I can steal a car. Get out. Get out the car.
Kill the others and spare me.
Kill the others and spare me? Dude, that guy was no chill on his passengers. Alright, see you later. I'm gonna find our way there. Alright, shut this radio off. Okay, I don't need the radio. It's not gonna be GTA radio, we know that. Oh, damn, this car's controls were bad. But man, is this game pretty, especially when you're driving, because then you're not seeing the character models, because again, the weakest part of this game are the character models up close. But boy, is it pretty. Like, look at this. Look at how good this looks. I don't know how it looks on YouTube, but I'm sure it looks great on Twitch. But my goodness. Credit where credit is due on making a pretty as hell game, even though they just made it run way worse after the last update. Like it was running at 60 frames per second doing this yesterday. Now it's at 30, so they definitely, and it's on lower settings than it was yesterday. So I mean, screw off for killing the ability to run the game efficiently, but it still looks real pretty. If only it was more fun. But we'll see. We're getting... It seems like there's a little bit of freedom now. It took about 3 hours. So... if you could get through 3 hours of painful boredom, it's looking like the game's going to be somewhat interesting now. Because now I could do, you know, side missions and see what kind of upgrades you can get. And we'll see what this game actually has to offer, maybe. I guess I do have to go upstairs. So you're following me now. You've made a bad decision. Good job.
For local news, the NCPD has expanded its arsenal to include Militech's Centaur class.
Look at this dude, he's getting some butt stuff. Bottoms up, butt stuff. Alright, this game's a 10 out of 10 now. I've made terrible mistakes this whole stream. Clearly, I was unaware and ignorant to the glory of this game. Obviously a 10 out of 10 game. I've made horrible mistakes and I apologize. This game is the perfect game. All of the hype was underselling how great this game is.
Alright, let's see what you got.
What I like to hear.
Said pick up my gun from him? Alright, street cred? What? Oh, I need more street cred to get it. Well, I thought I was coming here. Ah, fuck this guy. Maybe it's around here. It says it's right here. What am I picking up? Maybe it's over here? Through the back way? Nope, it's this guy.
Who do I spy? A happy new gun.
Alright, so what is this mission? 16th birthday, your dad gives you a gun. I didn't get one because I had a shitty dad. But you're way past your 16th, aren't you? So I just have to buy a random gun, okay?
I hope.
Just buy a gun. How fascinating. Alright, a sniper rifle. How much is this? $5,000. How much do I have? 9,000? Fine. At least it's a gun I want. Let me sell you this double-barreled shotgun. And one of these pistols. This one. One of these. Surely this one. I don't need this assault rifle when I use the triple shot one. I don't need this one. It looks pretty, but I don't need it. It's not as strong. And I actually don't need this one because this pistol's way stronger. Cool. Thanks, buddy. For buying some shit from me. When I sold you... Okay. Alright, is that it?
Jesus.
Did I do it? No? That didn't count? What do you want me to do? I went to him. How? Is he Wilson? Yes, he's Wilson. How am I collecting a gun from Wilson? Is there some gun I'm not seeing that just says collect? I don't understand. What do you want me to do? Is it this one? Because it's got the exclamation point. How much is this? $0. There it is. Cool. Is that the gun you wanted me to get? This random ass pistol? It's got a good DPS, so I'll take it. Hooray, I did it! Alright. Now I need to go to Lizzie's bar. Well, which thing is Lizzie's bar? No, I don't want to do the main job again. How was that moderate danger? Where was the danger? So apparently moderate means 0 danger. Alright, let's go to Lizzie's bar, I guess. I don't fucking know. Wait for the lockdown to end. Retrieve the ping. Go fight. Go to fight in Kabuki? Okay. That's a melee fights. Pay off your debt? No, I don't have money for that. I guess we're just gonna try to do this. Actually, what time is it? Alright, it's 11. I work tomorrow, so I'm gonna call it a night there. It looks like we've gotten to the point of this game where it's gonna start being interesting. So the good news is 2 streams and like 3.5 hours of gameplay later, we're finally to a point in this game that interesting stuff is going to happen. So we'll see if this game gets any good. So until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye.
Got my straps on, got this pack on a plan, my attack like the new kid. I ain't talking guns, if I had packed that, then a snapback. Turn this bitch up like I'm making the news, kid. I'm just a goofy kid trying to make some friends, strutting with hand-me-down clothes and some confidence, but they don't rock with the obnoxious esophagus. Now the annoying kid, hope he don't talk to us. There goes the bell, time for the teachers, but I'm raising hell from right under the bleachers. A creature with usable features, a curious seekers, a coming with beakers. Measure me up, I don't got much, but if you pay me, I'll give you my lunch. I'm used to the hunger, but money is new. I think I'm the only poor kid in this room. If only our differences ended right there. I don't fare to be fair to pull through this affair, cause the fare I'm aware is just somewhat compared to the style and swagger of what is out there. But you stare at my bare unaware personality snares, and my galaxy flares, cause the fallacy there is I think it can change all the things of despair, but disparities make similarities tear. Got my straps on, got this pack on a plan, my attack like a new kid. I ain't talking guns, if I had packed that, then a snapback. Turn this bitch up like I'm making the news, kid. I'm just a goofy kid trying to make some friends, strutting with hand-me-down clothes and some confidence, but they don't rock with the obnoxious esophagus. Now the annoying kid, hope he don't talk to us. Turn the next page, don't give a fuck, now I enrage all the young bucks. What you gonna do though, looking like a scared doe when you took your best shot, nose dripping with blood snot. But I laugh at your hot-headed temper, try to cool your ember by taking my blood and spitting on your tender girlfriend's brand new dress with splendor. Took her from white to polka dot, now making jokes about a cherry pop. I dare you to pop, take another shot, but you walk away with your lollipop. They tell me to stop, but I grab a mop and throw my blood onto the locker top. Now the teachers will come and the jaws will drop. There's a blood-drenched kid using gore for props. Got my straps on, got this pack on a plan, my attack like the new kid. I ain't talking guns, if I had packed that, then a snapback. Turn this bitch up like I'm making the news, kid. I'm just a goofy kid trying to make some friends, strutting with hand-me-down clothes and some confidence, but they don't rock with the obnoxious esophagus. Now I'm the scary kid, hope he don't walk with us.